Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this the So Fresh, and I don't love this part, the So Fat podcast.
I love it.
I don't love it. We're back, and my name is Sohrab. And you know what? I'm trying to just do Sohrab.
You're gonna go just single name like Prince?
I'm gonna go just Sohrab.
that.
Every time somebody asks me your last name, I don't even know how to pronounce it, so I'm just like Sohrab.
Yeah.
He starts Forouzesh.
Forouzesh.
I usually say something in that realm.
Are you trying to say Fazoli's?
You really terraced that one up at the end. Fazoli, like you went.
You sound like someone with dementia trying to say they want Fazoli's.
Yeah. No, I think that's not a bad idea for you because it's a specific and unique first name that's like it's enough.
It was a black comic in Atlanta who told me because
Hot Sauce. What was his name?
It needs the confidence of a black comic to tell you to just go by one name, right? Because a white dude, they're never gonna talk. They're never gonna convince me.
You know what I want to go as? Ben.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna go as.
That's so
Ladies
funny.
and gentlemen, I want to bring to the table Tyler.
Yeah, that's very funny. The idea of a white comic using their stupid first name as if it's something cool. That's a very funny.
Hey man, actually, I don't do that anymore. I don't do the last name anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just Jack.
Yeah. It's just Zach now?
Yeah, just Zach. So please respect the name change.
And I'm here with and I gotta tell you, great guy, regardless of all the accusations.
Yeah.
Vic Pandia.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
I appreciate
Vic
that.
I don't think any of those accusations matter.
You know what? That's why the justice system is great. You know, innocent until proven guilty. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me during this time. We're getting a lot of donations. GoFundMe is doing great.
Yeah.
Good.
And also we're here with Pete,
Hey.
owner of the barber shop here, and yeah,
Old Dusty Bones.
old Dusty. Yeah, we were just listening to some country music. Kick off the pod.
Little Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah, which
And
I'm
Sohrab
not a big
goes-
fan of.
Sohrab asked, he's like, "Do you think Hank Williams Jr. would like me listening to this music?"
If we can get a hold of his people, or if we can get him on the show, maybe.
I don't think Hank Williams Jr. is doing very well
Could
right
you
now.
imagine Hank Williams?
Hank Williams Jr. just got married.
Oh, that's right.
he's
That's
doing-
why.
it was
That's
funny.
why he's not
doing
doing
awesome.
so good.
all
Oh.
Come on, we need the.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Hey.
Hey.
Tyler, you got to get on this. You got to stay on this.
Can you lower our headphone volume because it's already too loud?
Oh.
That's but there, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect.
You're like Reggie Watts. You're like white. You're like hillbilly Reggie Watts thing going on.
Yeah. Do you like Reggie Watts?
I love Reggie
He's
Watts.
great. Yeah, really good.
I don't know who Reggie Watts is.
Oh, really? He's really funny.
I mean, I think I know who he's. What TV show was he on? Was he on some show?
Comedy Bang Bang.
Yeah.
He was the musical band. He was the band leader, but it was just him. That was the joke.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I,
And he was.
I vaguely remember that.
And I think he popularized the loop pedal. I may be wrong on that. There may be someone who came before Reggie Watts who made the loop. Do you know what the loop pedal is? Oh, shit.
We got to play some loop
Oh,
pedal.
man.
I've been trying to be the one that you believe in. And nevermore I wanna be so safe.
Loop pedal's cool. It's like this. It's like you'll sing and then you'll hit the loop pedal and then it'll play that
Sound.
whatever
Oh,
sound
okay.
back.
I know what a loop
and then
pedal.
you just the show is usually just people layering.
Sure.
It's
sure.
really
No,
cool.
I know what that is.
And it feels like it's improvised.
Speaking of concerts, I was at Riot Fest this weekend.
Yes.
Insane Clown Posse was there.
Yeah, at
They
my
were
request.
playing at your request.
They finally got my letters.
Now, Insane Clown Posse was there, which means that the Juggalos showed up.
How
there a lot of them?
how many? Yeah, give us the
there-
I
details.
would say every 45 seconds I saw a Juggalo.
That's too many.
Through the whole,
And there's
the
a
whole
lot
event.
through the whole event, and there's a lot I want to bring up about the Juggalos. The Juggalos were there early. They showed up when the gates opened because I got there early too. Me and my girl got there early, and the Juggalos are early, and they watched They were so nice. They watched all the other shows.
Sure.
Because I'll tell you what, the fucking Death Cab for Cutie fans and the Postal Service fans, they didn't show up until
Right before they
right
went.
before
they went
yeah,
on.
because all these fucking cucks showed up, right? All these little art school cucks showed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
You got to get a core. When your fan base is all unemployed, they can get there anytime. Right. You know, that's They got all day. You know, they're hanging out. They're getting their money's
You know
worth.
what? I would actually see now. I came here wanting to make fun of the Juggalos, and
But you have a newfound respect.
They're salt of the earth.
Yeah.
I actually
You know,
would disagree with you. I think those Juggalos, those are all carpenters.
It's funny you say that.
And elevator mechanics.
I think
and
they're one of the. So I saw a girl
working
on
class.
social media. She said that she goes, "I get it. I don't really care for the music or whatever, but I get what people
Community.
are attracted to.
Community,
that.
right
Community.
there, yeah.
For sure. Do you remember? I don't know if you ever seen that Juggalo. I think we might have talked about this before. The Juggalo movie, the documentary about.
I
the
think we
Juggalos.
briefly touched on it. Maybe not on.
But there was a.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I gonna say now? I forgot.
Does anyone have any? Does anyone know any Juggalos?
I would love to talk to a juggalo.
I know two
some
Juggalos.
Juggalos.
You know, I know you
Yeah,
know
I
Juggalos.
know a couple
Tyler,
Juggalos.
I know you know Juggalos.
I know some Juggalos.
There's no world we live in
And
where
even
you
worse,
don't
I know
know
some-
Juggalos.
Bro, I know some Juggalos and I know a couple Juggalettes. Like I know a couple.
Juggalettes?
I know a couple.
Yeah. Do you not know it? You've never heard the term
No,
Juggalo?
it sounds like Sohrab's sex tape. Juggalettes.
I like that. That's good.
I like that. That's
I like
a great.
That is good.
That could be fuck Sohrab. Just go Juggalettes. That's your new name.
I did hear recently though that one of them was having some health concerns. Did they both seem to be on their A game? Have you seen them
Now
prior?
I'm very sad to say this.
You didn't catch the performance.
Did not.
You didn't watch it?
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I'm a big, enormous Queens of the Stone Age fan.
Oh, so they were playing at the same time.
I couldn't do
You
it, and it
chose
was
Josh Homme.
And I chose Josh Homme, and I would have had to leave. They had the greatest close. They closed on their best song. I've seen them a few times.
Did Dave Grohl come in and do a song with them?
I'm glad he didn't. I think Dave Grohl's boring and a little lame.
But I'm kind of surprised that he
What
didn't.
is with everybody in your age group would literally kill someone for Foo Fighters?
I don't care
No,
for Foo
he
Fighters.
seems like he's
I'm
mid.
I'm not a big Foo Fighters
Yeah,
guy.
I
Oh,
agree
you're
though.
not?
I've seen a lot of, especially this weekend. People were really.
They suck.
Well, the only reason why I say that is because Dave
Okay, I don't
Grohl
wanna say
played
they
on
suck.
their
I don't wanna say they
Dave
suck.
Grohl played on their second album,
Yeah.
Unrated R, or the album after that. Sorry, not the third
Yeah.
album, the second album.
There's something frustrating to me about Foo Fighters because he was in Nirvana,
Right.
A band that they're In Utero, Bleach, two of the greatest albums ever made. The lyricist behind them, Kurt Cobain, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. I mean, the lyrics in those two albums.
Not definitely say that at all.
You're objectively wrong. I mean, the man was a poet. The man was brilliant. And then to go from Nirvana to fucking Foo Fighters where they're just like happy and singing about dumb shit, it's a little insulting. I don't get it.
I heard that song "Waiting on a War" the other day from Dave Grohl.
Can we cut
It's a
all that out?
late
I went
Foo Fighters
real
song.
hard. I went real hard on Foo Fighters. Let's cut that out.
Absolutely not.
Let's
No,
cut
we'll
that
keep
out.
that in.
Actually, no,
That was perfect.
No, that was too mean. He's like a golden retriever of a man.
Exactly. That's
People
what I was
like
gonna
him,
say.
though.
Yeah,
He's-
people like him.
But that's main. Like that's people want that. Like it makes sense why it's people are attracted to that because people don't want to have to like go. Not everyone wants that in their music. Some people just want to turn on music and be like, This
See,
is
no,
it.
I don't want that.
I know. I want to feel some shit.
I want to feel some shit.
Yeah,
I want to
agree.
feel angry or sad. Maybe
That's why
happy.
Insane Clown Posse is for you. It's both.
Well, Insane Clown Posse, very upbeat music.
It's very upbeat.
Very
It's,
upbeat.
it's
Insane
all
Clown
about
Posse?
family.
Insane Clown Posse,
but it's
yeah.
very depressing because it's Insane Clown Posse.
But it is all about family.
What is your
No, I don't even know. I don't even know anything
prejudice?
about.
What is Insane
I
Clown
have
Posse?
no-
Can you name? I mean, I'm sure
Couldn't
we
tell
can.
you one.
Do you want to name both of them at the
Magnets.
same time?
Magnets.
Do you want to
right?
go alphabetically, or
Okay,
how do we
yeah.
do it
Well,
to make sure
yeah,
we do it
let's do-
correctly?
Shaggy, Too Dope, and Violent J.
J.
Yeah.
That's imagine your.
I've watched their
stage
Western
Violent
movie.
J.
Yeah, is it Violent J's heart who's not doing too well?
If he dies,
Violent J's the chubby one, right?
I'll tearfully call into my bartending job.
They're like the you guys are like the comedy version of Violent J and Shaggy Too Dope. They have a
Me and
skinny
Vic-
one and kind of a chunkier one that we're worried about.
Do you guys know
Yeah.
about the ACLU and Insane Clown Posse?
Didn't they do? We talked about this, didn't we?
Oh, did we want? We,
What's ACLU? That's
the American Civil Liberties Union.
Okay.
They represent things that violate your civil liberties,
Yeah.
and they are hated and loved. They have
Oh, what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. We were going to talk about that they are on the FBI list.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
That's what we talked about.
Right,
Right, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, this is making the podcast.
Honestly, it was
Perfect.
either that one or
I
only got 6 buttons, yo.
Hey, don't waste them all. Just do them
Yeah.
Don't
at
waste
times.
them.
No, no,
Don't
no.
waste them.
Don't waste
That
Don't
was
waste
perfect.
it.
That was perfect.
You know what someone brought up? Someone said that we don't utilize this shop enough.
I agree, but what they want us to do? Like,
I don't know
We'll
what
do a
they
tour.
want.
Maybe we'll do a tour of it and we'll post it.
I was like, so Pete showed me his basement and his house. It's fucking cool.
Why would you ever go in this man's basement?
I said, oh, he showed me a video. I didn't go there.
I posted a video of my comic book.
Could you
Nerd
imagine?
Club.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine the documentary?
Oh.
The Bundy documentary where the one guy who got
Picture
away.
of someone going down. It's like a single
Well, he asked me
spotlight.
if I wanted to go to his basement. I said yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I went.
And I want you to bring a dog and bring the lotion.
So you saw his basement?
No, the video looked
I just
great.
posted it.
He just posted it, and I was like, that would be cool to record. But also, what we should do is do just like a walkthrough because there's so much random shit in there.
In his house basement.
In his house, and it's very similar, like same kind of aesthetic as this.
It's the same guy who helped
Same
me.
guy who did all this.
People will move. You folks will move to the burbs from the city and then try to make me come to the burbs. That's all it is. You just want me to
Yeah.
come to the Glenview.
I don't live in Glenview, but
You live in Morton Grove.
I live in Morgan, which is the next neighborhood over. But
Well, hey, we'll blip that out. We got too many fans out there. You know?
How many-
we
how
don't
many-
need to know.
I grew up in Glenview.
How many punk rockers are in Morton Grove? Like
There's a good handful.
There's a good handful
There's
of punk rockers.
actually.
Yeah.
They're all in Berwyn.
Ah.
Berwyn is like the place for punk rockers
We
to go
should
retire.
take Vic to like a punk show.
We
I
should.
would not enjoy that.
Yeah, you would actually. You would enjoy it.
All right,
probably would.
I'll go. If I'm with you guys, I think it'll be fun because I feel like we can.
I think you'd get like a thick goth girlfriend.
A thick.
Thick punk. You get a
thick
thick
one?
punk.
Oh my God.
Get like a Latina,
Dude.
like a Latina punk girlfriend.
God.
That's so scary.
That ain't scary at all.
That's not
like
scary
a
at all,
dream
brother.
to me.
That's not scary at all, brother.
I just flashback to Pete's episode where he says she tasted nice. I was like, Jesus
Oh yeah,
Christ.
everyone ate.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you.
we-
All right, I'm gonna tell you this. Think
Our
of,
editor sent me a message and he was like, "Do you want me to cut that out?"
think of this.
Too far?
Thick Latina goth Salma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, that's the best. That's yeah,
thick.
yeah.
That's thick
She's not very
gothic.
goth. She's not goth. She's just a
She's
vampire. She's a vampire.
Which is goth.
But she's not.
Undead.
She's not a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. She's just.
Is that a goth?
Yeah,
Nightmare
that's like younger Latina goth. I feel like I don't know.
Okay.
That's like that era. Like that's what all
Era?
the goths.
What- okay.
The same time that that movie came out.
Do you know that? Would you say what's the difference between goths and emo kids are?
Emo is Death Cab for Cutie. What's the other one they love? God.
I'm not going to say anything because I want to hear what
I
you
think
What's
say.
the other one they love?
Emo, Lucky Boys Confusion, right? You remember that one? Is that's
Sure,
a big-
I-
Did
Yeah.
you guys? Did anybody
Panic at
here?
the Panic
Fall
at
Out
the
Boy.
Disco,
Did
Fall Out
anybody here
Boy.
have an emo stage?
No.
No, I don't think we're not allowed to be externally sad.
No,
Did
we
you
weren't.
know
That's
any people
very
who
that's very accurate for immigrant children.
You're not. You can feel it. That's why it's
You're
more goth. Goth is like you don't talk about it.
You don't talk about
Yeah,
it.
you just feel rage.
Because we weren't allowed to be sad because then your parents would be like, I work so hard.
I came to this country,
And you're fucking sad right now?
and you have feelings.
Yeah, dude, you're not
About
allowed to have
school
That's
being
so
tough?
crazy. That's
Yeah.
so crazy. You're like
Yeah.
stirring up emotions.
Okay, so
know.
that's Lucky Boys Confusion.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is.
Lucky Boys Confusion?
That's what he
That's
said.
what. Yeah, we got to play.
That's
One of my friends is really into that. But Fall Out Boy esque, I think the same
Yeah.
kind of.
Okay, now what would you consider goth?
Goth is like the Cure. Like
Sure.
like
Okay. I just want to make sure we're all on the
yeah.
same page.
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah.
Because-
Morrissey, like
Morrissey's kind of more new wave. than
New Wave.
goth.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would say like Nine Inch Nails, Ministry.
I would say
That's goth.
Nine Inch Nails is in the Venn diagram of both goth and emo because I would even say Nine Inch Nails.
Not absolutely.
I would say
emo.
Well, I would say it's the genesis of it. I think that kind of sad, like
Sure. I mean, okay.
that's what I was trying
That's
to say.
also almost its own thing.
I love Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, it's great,
I'm
but
obsessed
it is
with
its
them.
own thing.
Min-
I heard
Ministry would
you know what the
be-
most white trash thing about Riot Fest was? I heard 3 different Nine Inch Nails covers. Everyone did a Nine Inch Nails cover at that, and I was like, read the room. That's like,
Yeah.
like
Well, they
you're
played
the-
last year, right?
Yeah, but it's just
the
just
same,
trashy.
Same
like
fan. Same
Yeah.
fan.
it's 2 p.m. I don't even know who you are. You're playing, and then
Oh,
the
just
band,
some random band was
just
playing?
some random
Yeah.
band.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they're not that random. They're playing the fest.
But the first time I heard it, I'm like, okay, cool. Second time, I'm like, how did you not know that the other band just did this?
Yeah.
Did they do the same song?
Same song. Same song.
Three bands did the same song?
Fuck you like an enemy.
Wow, that's
Yeah, that one. They
is-
played that one. Yeah.
That's weird. That is
Yeah.
weird.
It was good. They were good covers, but I was like, what are you doing?
Overall, though, what would you rate Riot Fest this year?
Listen, this is so, and I wanted to talk about this. Listen, you go to Pitchfork to feel snobby. You go to Pitchfork. Pitchfork is like the New Yorker of the music
It's like the
festivals.
Kentucky Derby. You
It's
have
like
to wear.
Pitchfork
Well,
is
no,
a-
because
plan
Kentucky
it out.
Derby is like trashy.
But Pitchfork is also to discover new music.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to
Emerging.
which I did. I go to Pitchfork. I learn it's cheap. The food is good. That's the one that everyone should go to. It's the best.
That's
They've
right.
done
I've heard
some
that.
dumb shit. They had R. Kelly one year. It was weird.
I mean, again, at my request.
Nice.
You gotta separate the art from the artist, you know?
Oh no, Pitchfork is fun. Riot Fest is trashy, and it's not. Even if the Juggalos weren't there, it would still be.
I think you know it's trashy because the Juggalos were the most well behaved at the event. So you just to get
they were great. I'm gonna go on it.
Were there any Juggle kids? Did they bring their kids?
No, I didn't. All the kids were there with their Foo Fighter dads. It was all Foo Fighter. It was all Southport Foo Fighter dads.
Do you go?
Southport the street in Chicago because there's a whole like kind of people that
Right.
yeah.
Did you run into any? I've always wondered this because you go to music fests pretty often.
The local ones. I will not camp.
I'm fine with that. I agree. But you have so many things written on your body. Do you ever have people who are so stoned that they're trying to read you?
Yeah, I get that.
Because
all-
there's.
I get that all
I'm
the
just
time.
curious.
Yeah, I
I
get that
didn't
all
know
the
if that
time.
had any fun experiences from it.
They were fun, but
Never mind.
no, that happens. People look.
I just didn't know if it was.
I didn't even notice that remain in light.
Yeah, I'm a big talking heads guy.
Oh, okay. You do have a lot of words. I never really realized that.
Yeah, I'm trying to do. I really like the movie Memento. No, I do. I really like that movie. But Riot Fest was trashy, and I feel like Lollapalooza is like Coke. Like it's good Coca-Cola. It's not good for you. It's fine.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Like
You gotta
clean
get
a
one.
screwdriver,
Like
clean
you
a
gotta
monkey
go.
wrench.
Yeah, like
Everyone's
you
gonna try it.
gotta go to it once in a while.
Once, yeah.
Sometimes you're this
I've
year. I
never
did
been
not.
to a music fest in my life.
Did not want to go to Lollapalooza this year. I was like, it sounds awful, but I did go to. You gotta go. The local ones
Actually,
are
I
great.
take it back. I went to a couple Warp Tours back in the day.
Oh, of course, you forgot about them. Warped Tour is where all the straight edge. Oh, you don't even know about straight edge, Vic.
No. I mean, no.
This
what
is
it
gonna
is,
be a
but-
fun episode. We're gonna explain straight. Okay, so
I'm really interested in hearing what you think straight
yeah,
edge
great.
is.
Yeah.
among punk rock kids who are whole thing is being different and aggressive. There's a whole
Wrong.
other.
I think I'm kidding.
There's a whole other kind of punk rock kid who's like, you guys aren't hardcore enough because you're drinking and you're
And you're enjoying
fucking
this, and you got to be completely pure.
edge. You gotta be straight edge.
That's a new level of.
So they go to
Your
punk.
only high is the music.
Is the
that's
music.
like the purism
Yeah.
of like
Yes.
but you're so in it that you're like,
and
I
they're
don't need anything.
they're the worst.
I imagine they sound bad.
My bass player was straight edge
Oh.
in my band and still is. 45 years old. What?
So are they celibate or they only like marriage?
So originally, when they were talking about it, was supposed to be a celibate thing, but I think
Sure.
that's put to the side.
and that's mainly drugs and alcohol.
It's drugs and
yeah,
alcohol,
okay.
any type of mind altering.
It's just funny the idea of a celibate punk.
Yeah, it just
Get away from me!
yeah.
Get away from me!
Somebody who's not in it for the pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to listen to Henry. I'm trying to listen to Black Flag. Get away from me!
I just picture like a punk.
Well, they're
like,
definitely not straight edge.
a guy who's like looks like a punk rocker, but just sitting and like listening to like the orchestra. Like that's the type of the nice,
but instead of orchestra, it's Fugazi.
yeah, which is just funny to picture that. This doesn't.
But then
look
there's
like
hardline straight edge kids too.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
See, this is my time era. This is the people
is
that
that
I knew.
more?
It's
It's
they're
next level?
They're like
They're
thugs.
straight edge, but they're
They're
anti-Semitic.
thugs.
They're anti-Semitic.
No, they're
They-
thugs.
they hate one thing. Yeah, yeah.
They want to fight people all the time. Like they're physical.
Interesting. Okay.
But you
wanna-
were probably going to those shows where people were swinging.
I mean, that's what people did at punk rock shows. I mean, that's what people do at most shows. I mean, I fucking looked at videos. I was watching videos in the 90s at MTV, and people are throwing fists at fucking Sheryl Crow.
So, okay, let me ask this.
I'll
Woodstock.
go to Sheryl Crow
At
and
Woodstock-
fuck
Woodstock.
somebody up,
I'm
dude.
like,
I'll go
but
to
that's what
Sheryl
they were
Crow.
doing in 2000 and that Woodstock documentary, dude. It's
I'll
fucking crazy.
go to Sheryl Crow and I'll knock a motherfucker out, dude.
It's like, man, then you imagine coming home, you got a black eye. It's like, what happened, dude? I went to that Sheryl Crow
Sheryl
concert.
Crow got rocked, dude.
Just got fucked up.
Good scrap. It was a good scrap. It was a good show. Probably top 10 of the year.
What is the appeal of the pit? Like, why do people?
You get so amped up.
This
dude.
is what I'm saying. Like, this is the differences between him and I now. Because I used to be him, like
Yeah.
very aggressive and angry, and I'm
not
it's
aggressive,
because you're angry. That's why you like heavy music, though.
You like heavy music.
I don't listen to heavy music.
You have hand tattoos.
Nearly. What does that have to do with anything?
You have a crazy goblin hand tattoo.
That's actually really cool. I just realized
Yeah,
how
it's
cool that
really
one
It's
is.
a man thing from
Yeah.
Marvel Comics.
Well, it's pretty cool, but
It is.
you're way more. You like that stuff.
I do like it, but I don't listen to it
bands
nearly
called,
as
you
much.
listen to bands called Piss Murder.
What? Piss Poor is actually a
In
band.
your
name.
mouth. You're like, oh, jeez.
Tyler, ask Tyler what we were listening to on the way as I picked him up today. What were we listening to?
Oh, we were listening to like early 80s hip hop, like house party music.
Nice.
That's
Like that kind of music where it's like, me and Tyrone went down to the
This
store.
is
We're walking
probably-
down to the store. And then like it just like
Yeah.
kept going.
telling stories. And
Yeah,
shit.
it's like
Yeah.
storytelling
Down at
shit.
the park?
We
Yeah,
went
I've
to
seen that.
Samantha's house. Her mom's not home. And then there's like do 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 do.
I was falling down a
Now I'm
rabbit
worried
hole.
about Samantha's mom. Where's Samantha's mom?
Yeah.
Why is
I
she
think
not
that's
at
the
home?
Worried about
story.
Samantha.
Yeah,
It's
finish
funny
the goddamn
because
story, dude.
it's funny when I get
The
in the car.
second act of that story got crazy, dude. Where's Samantha's mom, man?
It's funny because I think why I put that on this morning when I got in the car to drive because I fell down a rabbit hole of watching beatbox videos on Instagram and just watching people like beatbox competitions and stuff like that. And I'm like,
There's a
these
war
guys-
going on.
Dude, it's, yeah, a beatbox war. But yeah, it was-
Beatboxing is one of my least favorite things.
really?
Beatboxing and scatting, any kind of mouth noise
Oh,
instruments.
dude,
and
these
it's just
guys are amazing.
Throat singing, all of it.
I
I
love
don't
it.
like
So, like,
any
here's the-
kind of mouth singing.
It's
I love it.
It's something that I would never go see live.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. So it's not. There's no appeal
Yeah,
to
I
like
get it.
see it publicly.
I just feel bad for the front row.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like
They're getting covered in spit.
it feels like pussy like rap battling. You know, like
The way you say pussy is so off-putting.
you don't like it.
I don't like the way you
Because he
say
says
it.
pussy.
Just the way you say it. Like an angry scammer.
Wait,
You're
what's
on the
it?
phone, you're trying to get me to sign up for a... I could be a pussy.
Pussy.
He sounds like Cheech in from Dusk Till Dawn. Pussy lovers, welcome to the Titty Twister.
That was actually a really good impression. Holy shit.
Thank you.
I thought that was going to go sideways.
Well, I feel like I picked up a little bit of an accent because yesterday I was in Coldwater, Michigan.
Cold water.
Yeah.
Cold water.
Oh, it is. It was a place called Kickin' Country, spelled with a K.
Why would they book you?
I think they thought I was
Because
Mexican.
they want to kick his ass.
Yeah.
That's why.
You're in this place.
So I obviously brought two white openers to
Who
just.
did you bring?
I brought Peyton Ruddy and Catherine Gongaware. Peyton's
Kicking you
great.
out of the
And
country.
Peyton did well. Peyton opened, and Peyton's great. And I love Peyton because he's an improv guy. So he'll sit like if something doesn't work, he'll just sit in it and he'll double down.
Yeah.
So he was doing jokes, and then he's like, "Oh, you guys didn't like that?" He's like you guys don't like abortion?" And I was like, "Jesus!" Like, and then
no.
he just kept going.
Love it.
They loved it.
But they did not love it, and
I love it.
I did not love it.
I love it. I think that's great.
But like, I respect it because I was like, I would, you just want to pander or you want to get, but he just kept going. He kept calling back to it, and it was very fun. But eventually, like, they got on board, and the show was great. But it was like pulling up to that place. You're like, this is gonna be, you kind of judge. You're like, it's a saloon. Everyone's in overalls. Like it was that kinda-
Overalls.
Yeah, guy
There's
was
no Bud Light involved. in there.
yeah.
Did anybody give you a look where you're like, oh, fuck,
So
like, that guy
before
might
the
actually
show,
fuck
have you ever
me
had this
up.
happen? Before the show, we're like waiting. It's outdoor, like I said. This guy comes up. I don't know if he like works there. He just looks like a guy. He comes up. He goes, "Yeah, people are here for the show." And he goes, "So better be good."
Oh, I've heard that one all the time. I
He's
hear
like,
that one all
he
the
kind
time.
of was like,
yeah.
so you know what I'm saying though,
Yeah.
And I was like, what's gonna happen if it's not good?
He
What,
was
are you
being
gonna shoot me?
He was being folksy. He was trying to be
not folksy,
folksy. He
that's
was trying to-
terrifying.
It is terrifying. I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he did it
It
well.
would be folksy if he wasn't the color that he is.
Yeah.
It
Listen,
didn't feel welcoming,
I didn't say he did it well. I said he was attempting to be folksy.
And then the favorite part though, there's three everyone kind of looks like from
Yeah.
you can kind of feel it, but then these three people that
She's so condescending.
but they look. There's a certain look, and you just know they're
Lot
from
of-
Michigan or whatever.
A lot of
And-
denim.
Yeah, a lot of denim, a lot of
denim,
like
lot of big night, yeah.
it was just everyone.
Community college.
A lot of people who
vibe,
cut their own hair.
I don't know how many barbershops there are. I mean, not for nothing. I do follow a lot of shops. I don't know much in Michigan at all.
It's not a big fade town.
it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, but these three women were there, and I guess one of the girls worked at the bar. Came on her day off to support the show, And before the show, we're kind of sitting there, and she was kind of heckling Peyton a little bit, and she was a little drunk. And she goes, "Oh yeah, I'm here to see him," and she like pointed at me. So I'm like, "Oh cool, like there's some fans or whatever." And then as I'm 10 minutes into my set, she leaves.
Oh no! Mwah, mwah.
But just and like,
I'm your biggest fan.
yeah, it could not have
On
been
the
more
internet.
upset. And I was doing well, and it was just funny because you're like, it's funny when someone's like, "I'm here to see you," and then during your set, pay no attention, is on her phone, on a phone call, and then leaves.
She took a phone call?
Yeah, it's outside. You know,
That was an outside show.
kicking country. Yeah,
Kicking country. Was there
Kicking
food?
you out of that country.
good. Yeah, that's the little byline in the logo. Yeah, kicking you out.
If you don't do well,
Yeah.
kicking you out of the country.
Well, it got and Peyton. I love Peyton, but he goes, "Yeah, you guys are all hard right over here." Like he's like asking them, antagonizing them, and they're like, nah, like they're not like they're trying to be neutral enough, but they're also letting you know. And he goes, "Yeah, you know, we in the city, we talk about you guys."
Oh no,
And
Peyton.
then this guy in the audience goes, "Well, we talk about you too." And I was like, "Oh, jeez, we're gonna have a fucking fight."
I
Like,
love it. That's
yeah,
fun.
it was tense, but I
Is he a big dude?
He's a bigger guy, yeah, but
not in an intimidating way.
no.
Okay.
He's big the way a marshmallow can be. You
Yeah,
get a big
he's
marshmallow.
adorable. He's adorable. He looks. He's like 22. He's
He
a
does
sweet,
this really annoying thing where
his act. No, I'm kidding.
he knows the punchline to one of my jokes.
Oh, okay. He told me about this. Do you want to tell them?
So one of the punchline to one of my 9/11 joke is trying to paint the picture of the joke. It's
We all know what happened on the day.
we all know. I couldn't be a terrorist because I can't keep a secret.
Right. I
I'd
remember
be
the joke.
Drunk at a strip club. We're here for work.
Yeah, and
So he
Oh,
says
that's
that.
your
So
joke?
yeah, so that's my joke.
Yeah.
So Peyton just says that. Oh, you dick. So he just says that to me all the time. Every time I see him.
he does it. He really dials it up. He goes, "So
We're here for work.
As soon as we got to the venue,
I just never heard anyone do an impression of me, and I hated it.
Oh, it's so spot on. I almost recorded it and
awesome.
sent it to you.
That's great though.
I
That's a
don't like
compliment. That's a compliment.
I've never had it happen. I don't like it.
We pulled up to the venue and we pulled up to the venue. We get in the parking lot and we look at this thing and Peyton it's quiet in the car. He goes, "We're here for work."
He says it all the time.
That's it all. It's so funny. But he has one of those for every comedian. So
Yeah,
I was like, "What's mine?" And then mine's more offensive than yours.
What's yours?
So I have this crowd
Does he
work.
sit on the stool?
Yeah. I have this crowd work comedy special that came out called Impromptu Conversations. So
Way to
he's
plug.
Like, yeah, way to plug.
Plug, dude. Solid plug, dude.
Solid plug.
Solid plug, dude.
But he goes, so him and another buddy of ours, another comic, Luca Farrow, he's like, whenever we talk, because it's always like him telling it to another comedian.
Yeah.
So he's like, whenever we talk about you, it's always like, he's like, "Oh, Vic's special, Impromptu Conversations." He's like, it's just Vic doing crowd work, but in an Indian accent. So he's like, "What do you do for work?" And I was like, "Fuck you."
Oh no, that is so
He's
funny.
like, we just say it back to each other.
Oh,
Like, what do
no.
you do? Are you in a relationship? I'm like, dude, that's
oh
so.
no.
He's like, real impromptu.
That's funny.
Fucked up.
He's funny, dude, and I'm like, I hate it, but I was like, it's funny. I can't hate.
Well, that's good that he's getting everybody.
Yeah, he does. It's equal. It's
Yeah,
equal.
that's good.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
I know. It hurts a little bit, but yours, yeah, we're here for work. He probably said it 80 times in the car ride on the way back. I have no less than 80 times.
And if anyone gets this reference, because then now I'll send them other versions of it. Because I said, "I'm here for Quirk," and none of you know who Quirk is, and this is so upsetting. That none of you guys.
What
know
is
who-
Quirk?
Nobody.
Quirk?
You can use our last 2 minutes to explain what Quirk is.
Yeah.
He's a Star Trek character.
Yeah, don't watch Star
You
Wars.
guys don't watch
And
Star
how does that joke do?
Trek? Not well. You guys don't watch Star Trek?
No.
Can you guys start watching Star Trek?
Should we watch it as a group?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
No.
The
I'm not
next
We would
generation.
be good to do something. We should
The
do a
Next
watch
Generation.
along and do
Like
a
a
Trek.
mystery
Yeah.
science theater.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
you can't.
I've looked into
no.
Star Trek and it takes like 3 years to catch up.
No, it
to Star
doesn't.
Trek.
No,
Yes,
it
it
I mean,
does.
if you just
There's
start,
like-
if you can watch like,
but if
We're
you're
not
gonna watch
watching the Captain Kirk ones.
See,
We're
that's just
watching
it.
the
You gotta
Next
take shit
Generation.
out of
yeah, I
it.
think if you just start with Picard, probably right. Picard is like one of those things you could just start watching. You don't have to know
not
anything.
the new Picard. You got to watch the Next Generation.
No, I'm talking about the new Picard show, right?
But
you don't
he-
need to know about
Vic,
the
you
old
wanna
one.
lead
you
us
do
out,
kind
Vic?
of.
You wanna
Okay,
lead
okay,
us out of this
okay.
You
conversation?
do kind of.
Yeah.
Tune in next week where we discuss what shows we will not be watching.
Can you do in the voice of your special?
No,
do
dude,
you watch
no.
Star Trek? Can you ask that?
Nope,
Can
nope.
you ask that?
Absolutely
do you
not.
Watch
Cut it.
Star Trek.
But also, what's funny is, no one like he just added the accent for me. He didn't do it for you. He just did your voice. Why did he add an accent for me?
I don't know. It's pretty funny though.
I think it's funny.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.